And it says you're live. We're live. Welcome back to the Crypto Hawk program. Yes, it's a good feeling to know you're alive. Oh my gosh, I'm starting off by singing Mr. Rogers jingles. Oh man. Crypto Hawk, what's up? What's up? Well, you know, I was eating breakfast earlier and listening to Tony Robbins. And I'll tell you what, everything, the way that guy thinks, the things that guy does, I'm like, I'm that guy. This guy's talking about he cold plunges every day. And he talks about why he does it and how it helps his life. And I'm like, that's the same thing I do. The mindset that he has, I'm like, this guy and me are very similar. I put it on my post section if you want to listen to the video later. I don't follow Tony Robbins. I don't follow the guy. Every once in a while I'll see a little something on him or whatever. So it's not like I listen to all of his videos. And no, I barely listen to the guy at all. But as I was eating breakfast, I saw the video. It popped up. I didn't want to scroll through YouTube shit. Oh, yep, I was using YouTube. And I was just listening to Tony Robbins. I'm like, damn, this is how I live my life. I'm like whatever challenges come up, I mean, I look at it. I try to find a strategy to fix it. I find that strategy. I go with it. Does it work? Yes, no. If not, I stop. I regroup. I look to see if I can find a better strategy. I mean, I just keep going. It's life. You accomplish sometimes in life, like this crypto, the biggest, toughest things you got to do, you just got to keep going no matter what. Then you have to have a reason why you're on the journey. And that journey, I look at, that journey each day, you have to find a reason to appreciate the journey and keep going. I mean, I'm up every day at 5:30. Some days 5:15 or 5, but generally it's about 5:30. And I can't wait to get my day going because I've got a lot of people like you that are relying on me to come up with great information to learn for long-term trading. So your future, hey, when this thing takes off, I don't know when. I don't even care. What I do know is right now, these crypto prices are super cheap. I'm looking at all this evidence of the biggest corporations in the world and the biggest countries hooking up crypto infrastructure. One day, this is going to be massive. And you and me are a part of it. We're here. 99% of the people have no idea what we're doing, what we're talking about. Sometimes I'll try to talk to people about it, but I don't even waste my time. They're going to get it anyway. Until it's too late. I love this job. I've always been in public service. For most all my career, helping other people, either through law enforcement, counseling. Those are the jobs that I found the most rewarding because I like to help people change their lives. I think because I always wish I had somebody pull me up by my own bootstraps. I wish I always had a job coach, an emotion coach, a life coach. I never had shit. And then I'm like, damn, I want my life to help inspire, to direct, to educate, to influence people so they can have better lives. I wish there's a program like mine on YouTube. That's why I started my channel, because I wish there was somebody that I could have watched on YouTube that takes my approach, because this is what I need. It may not be what you need. I don't care what you need, okay? My goal is to create a program for those people that need this program. That's who I'm making this shit for, not those people like, oh, yeah, fucked up program. Dude, I don't care what haters think. I'm not trying to get everybody on my show. I don't like 99% of the people. If you're on my show, I must like you, okay? Now, at some points, we're going to irritate each other or lock horns and get mad. That's how it goes in life. People disagree. Imagine that. But I make a program because I'm doing my absolute best to help you see where you got to go. Oh, man. Jenny Mac 22. I remember that name. I did that until a screw slipped out of my fourth spine surgery. Slipped out and sliced through my nerve bundle. Oh, my God. Delayed a year because they thought it was a drug seeking. But thank you, Hulk. You know, I was listening to Tony Robbins thing, and it just made me think about life. And sometimes in life, just the toughest things. Some of these $200, $500 people I call, they're like, how do you just keep going? Aren't you disgruntled? No, I'm not, because I've got a reason. This is fun. I love this job. Like, okay, well, when I worked in probation, I love that job. You know, I'm working in the Bay Area, San Francisco Bay Area, working at the biggest counties, working in their probation departments. I love that job. The kids, hey, some of these kids are like little bastards. I tried my best. It was just fun working with these kids, 12 to 17. Some of these kids were killers and shit. I already knew, you know. And I'm not going to mention names of kids because they're probably now like 40 years old or something by now. Yeah. And I tried my best to connect with them, to encourage them and inspire them, to show them they had a better life, to show them they had great skills. I tell them, hey, if you're great, like this is just one thing I said. I would try to find ways to motivate each individual kid. But one kid was a car thief. And I'm like, dude, you know. So we got down to why are you stealing cars and shit. And it was just basically he felt like he didn't have any worth in life. When he would steal cars, it would make him excited and happy. And he never could afford to drive certain cars. And now this was back way before they had all the computer shit where you couldn't just steal a car. Nowadays it'd be impossible. But then I said, you ever thought of working at a repo company? Have you ever thought about, and then after working at a repo company, when you're fully experienced, you learn everything, then open up your own. Then get a job with a bank, taking back cars that are bank owned. And then you got a full-time job stealing other people's shit. And you get to high speed, well, not high speed, I can't tell them that, but you can test it out a little bit. But I would always try to find that way to help to reach that kid, that young adult, that 17-year-old that's going to be 18 soon, and try to reach him before it's too late. Try to influence that kid every day somehow. Get pride. I used to buy, okay, I'll tell you. I'm going off the subject, but I just love helping people succeed. So I worked in the San Francisco Bay Area County Probation Department, and I would literally go to Macy's and buy 4 different cologne lines like Polo, whatever the popular colognes were. And I'd buy the cologne, the underarm deodorant, the shower soap, bath gel shit, all that good smelling. That shit was expensive. And I'd have a section in the staff office, and it'd be like a little shower caddy. And I couldn't let the glass out on the floor, but all the other plastic bottle shit. And then if the kids wanted cologne, I'd grab I'd have 4 different, like really high-end colognes. And I said, which one do you want? And they'd go like this. And and so you want any on your wrist? So they could walk around and smell it. I wanted them to feel like $1 million. It cost me a lot of money. And it would only be the top, like the kids that could follow directions. Not all 35 of them, but maybe like 5 of them, the workers. And I go to Macy's every so often. We ran low on a certain soap or whatever. and good quality stuff. I might even brought them toothbrushes, like real toothbrushes, not that Bob Barker shit, and then real Crest or whatever toothpaste. And I do shit like that, and each kid would have their own toothpaste. But I would do that to try to help them feel like they were somebody. That you could be proud by following instructions in a correctional institution. That it's okay to listen to Crypto Hulk. It's not a bad thing. It's okay to have a future, to plan a future with an adult that's a cop. And I worked in the adults institutions as well. I didn't buy them all the goodies because you're adults, you don't get shit. So on my program, I take it seriously, this job. I love it. And I know there's going to be a lot of people who are going to walk away millionaires. And then what I want you to do is find people that are in need and help them. Maybe start a school, a tutoring program. I don't know. Maybe hire tutors. Maybe hire tutors to go into schools where kids don't have money to help these kids succeed. Whatever it is for you, I don't know. Maybe you buy kids in certain areas clothing so they have nice clothes. Get them shoes. Maybe adopt a family. I don't know. I'm just coming up with random ideas. Maybe you're going to do whatever you do as your skill. Maybe you're an artist or a musician. I don't know. But one day what I hope is I'm using my talents to give something to you, whatever that is. I want you one day to find people that you can help in some way, whatever your skill is, or if you're comfortable at something. Like, I'm not going to teach kids how to play music. That would be a fucking disaster. Okay. So my goal, or what I'm good at, this is what I'm good at right here: relaying information, researching, motivating, helping people, showing them direction. I mean, you got to make the choice. I get up every day. I'm not depressed. I'm not stressed out because crypto is not making me rich tomorrow. Every day, see, it's about the journey of every day getting up and having a fucking reason to just keep going. It's not, I just want to be rich for me. When you get to a point where other people on the planet mean something to you, then you try to help them. That's when joy comes into your heart. It was once said, "This is my commandment, that ye love one another, that your joy may be full." Helping other people is a universal way to bring meaning to your life. When you do stuff in your life, not for you, when you're literally trying to help other people come up and teach them skills. Dude, follow this and you'll be a fucking millionaire. Do this and you'll be successful. I got the law firm hooked up to protect your crypto from your government who's going to try to steal your shit. And your ex-husband, ex-wives, whatever it is. We got the Caleb Brown, which is Fireblocks, to protect and you got my program to teach you. You got a whole little system right here. Okay. So I don't get discouraged. I'm at this 6 years. I'm A-okay with all this. Every day I get up, I can do research. I'll look for news so I can show you. You're on the right path. Keep going. There's no fucking reason to give up or get doubtful. You just have a weak mind you need to get rid of. Okay? From Guadalupe. Do unto others as you'd have done to you. That's true. But what I'm talking about, this is my commandment. We're commanded to love each and care for each other, that your joy may be full. That's the one verse is good. Do unto others, you have to do, and that's perfect. What I'm talking about is a verse that's kind of similar to that, but different. And that's, how do you find joy? How does ancient wisdom tell us to find joy? take care and help other people. I don't care what religion you're in. When I mention that, I'm showing you what a universal truth is. When you help other people, you bring good into a very dark world. Maybe somebody has a very dark life and you're bringing joy. You're bringing hope. You're bringing caring to somebody who's never, somebody, we're always suspicious. Why are you helping me? Right? Then when that person gets to know you, you're like, damn, this guy really likes helping people be. I like to see people successful. When I worked in probation and parole and all that, these inmates knew they were getting the best, one of the best, okay? Because I would literally take pride in that job. When that inmate would succeed, I'd fucking love it. I'm like, I did that shit. I helped that person be competitive. That person got an early termination off probation because of me. I helped change that person's life. Now they're going to hopefully go off and be more successful. I try to teach these people things so they don't come back. I try to teach them how to be responsible and shit like that and help other people. What I also try to do is have them find other people to help, because that's the key to happiness. Part of it is when you help people, you have a reason that's bigger than yourself. It's not just me it's not just me trying to get rich. It's me showing a lot of people how to get out of all the problems you're in financially. If I can get you to a point where you got $500,000, 1 million, 2, 3 million, hopefully you don't fuck that up and you take that money and do something important with it to change your life and others. That's what Crypto Hulk show is about. Gordon Logan, hey Hulk, I like helping people. So that's where I find a lot of meaning comes from, is when I can show other people, what are you doing, Crypto Hulk? What supplements do you take, Crypto Hulk? Why do you cold plunge, Crypto Hulk? This and that. Why this? People ask my opinion on things. So hopefully stuff I've done in my life, you could try some of these things and it helps your life. I'm not doing all this shit for the fuck of it. The reason I go into cold plunge, it's amazing what it does for my life. The guy said he's mailing one. They're going to be mailing me a brand new cold plunge. They're not going to just fix it because I have a 2-year warranty on the thing. He said, you know what? We're just going to mail you one and we'll send it to the repair shop and figure out what the hell happened. But let's get going. The SEC, everybody. Oh, man, this is something else. Let me look here. Unsure. Let me click out of this one. Okay, here's the article here, everybody. I told everybody. Now we got to go back to work. Now we're going back to work here. We're gonna focus on this article today because this is massive. Each one teach one to reach one. Just like that's basically it right there. That's basically it. Hang out with Wim Hof, real. But no, that cold plunge. Now you adjust your temperature according to whatever's good for you. But the cold plunge will change your life. I'm just saying, you can buy them. If you want to buy one at Costco, they're $1,000. Costco's the thing where if it ever breaks, you can just return it and all that shit. So, or, you can buy the Primal Ice one like I got or whatever. But the cold plunge, keep it where, just like with anything, with working out, if you go to work out, here's what I tell people. Every day, because it's all in your head how you get the stuff done. 3 times a week, drive by the gym for like 2 weeks. Just drive through the parking lot and then drive home 3 times a week. That's all I want you to do. Do that for 1 to 2 weeks. And then on week 3, I want you to go in, sign up for a membership, and then go home. For the next 2 weeks, I want you to go in, find a couch or a chair in the gym, sit in it for like 15 minutes, and then go home for 2 weeks. All I want you to do. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, whatever it is. Show up, go to the couch or the chair, sit there 15 minutes in the gym, go home 3 times a week. Third week, go in, walk on the treadmill 5 minutes, then fucking go home. Do that for 2 weeks. That's all I want you to do. Really easy shit. Like a fucking chimpanzee can do that shit. And then just start adding time. Maybe for the next week, walk on a treadmill 15 minutes, go home. Do that for 1 to 2 weeks. The following week, walk on the treadmill for 15 minutes, work out for 15 minutes, then go home. Do that for 2 weeks. Next week, maybe 20, 25 minutes on each again. I mean, it's that fucking easy. And then before you know it, you got 2, 3, 4 months in, and it's not even difficult. Now your body's in a big habit. You've geared your life around this. It's nothing tough. It's easy. You've got 15, 20, 30 minutes, and you're doing what you want. And then as you want to get more advanced, start pushing it hard. Maybe intensity, work out harder, more reps. I don't know. You got to figure that shit out yourself. Increase your intensity. Make it fun. It's got to be enjoyable. Mentally, make yourself like it. And before you know it, you got 2, 3 months in, and then it's 4 and it's 6 months, and there you go. You're off on the way, and you got to make it part of your life. You got to enjoy it, all right? Anyhow, that's how I've been doing this shit for 41 years. 6 days a week, 41 years. Just copy what I do, listen, and everything becomes easy. All right. The SEC, here we go. Speaking of easy, the SEC, oh my God, you're going to love this. I'm telling you what, everybody, they're getting it all set up. We're not going to have crypto regs first and then they work on this shit. No, what I'm seeing is they're kind of, I want you to watch close. I want you to watch close. We've got this uncertainty in the air. We don't know what's legal, what's not legal. Everybody's kind of afraid to buy crypto, except us. Everybody's afraid to buy crypto. Oh, it's a scam. I just don't want to have Sam Bankman-Fried in the FTX crypto collapse. I don't want to get my cheeks clapped. But quietly behind the scenes, all the banks and investment houses are all hooking up. The normies, all the brokies of the world are like, oh, the government has this crypto and it's bad and they're telling us not to buy it. And oh, the Democrats are making sure that it's safe. Democrats are making sure crypto's safe for us. I feel so protected by the Democrats and the working party in England or whatever that shit is. I don't know. Labor Party, whatever the fuck they call it over there. It's all the same communist players, different names, different countries. The SEC plans crypto rules to lure markets back into the United States. The Securities Exchange, now remember, rules are not laws, okay? I want to make sure that's very clear. The SEC is going to create their rules, but they have to follow laws, but we don't have any yet because there's nothing in the United States Code. I've only been telling you all this for 6 years. No other channel. Let's continue. The Securities and Exchange Commission 2026 regulatory agenda includes proposed rules. Everybody get ready. This is starting to look good. Get ready. Rules that would clarify, it would clarify the regulatory framework around crypto assets. The proposed rules will help advance the framework to embrace innovation. Are you hearing me? They're trying to embrace, like, hug. Do you need a hug? What is it, Dr. Evil's like, do you need a hug? I'll give you a hug. The proposed rules will help advance the framework to embrace innovation. Now we're going to embrace innovation. Under Biden, the Democrats, they were getting rid of the crypto's bad. Crypto's bad, bad, bad. there's a rule. It's called crypto assets. It will propose rules for the offer and sale of crypto assets. It may include some exemptions and safe harbors. That's what we're going to talk about today. Safe harbors. The SEC said this proposed rule will aim to provide greater certainty to the market. These rules from the SEC will help facilitate capital formation. That means companies putting money into crypto platforms to get ready. These rules will accommodate innovation in crypto asset markets and ensure investors are adequately protected. I want you to see what's happening here. All the things that the Democrats said that was bad about crypto, the Republicans under Trump are trying to show that it's not bad. Another proposed rule, it's called Amendments to Broker-Dealer Financial Responsibility and Record Keeping and Reporting Rules Regarding Crypto Assets. That's one hell of a long name. What this will do is amend or change existing broker-dealer financial responsibility rules to address their application to crypto assets. What they're doing, everybody, I'm letting you see, they're taking existing rules and then just adding the word crypto assets to it. That's what they're doing right here. Easy peasy. All they're going to simply do is add. They are right now forming the base. Look, our Congress can't do shit. These people are fucking brain dead, okay? So what's happening is Trump and Adkins and their little helpers, they're getting everything all set up to make it easier for these meatheads in Congress to vote on shit, okay? They're organizing all this right now. Adkins is getting everything squared away, implementing the word crypto assets or digital assets into existing law. Okay, or however they're doing this, putting it into the rules, okay? They're amending the rules, not the laws. They're amending the rules. Then when they make crypto laws, all of it will be done. This will be like a template. The SEC is creating a big template. So will the Commodity Future Trading Commission. These two agencies and other ones, the OCC and all the others, they're going to create templates. And then the lawmakers are going to see what is already being done and then just copycat that. They're going to copycat that. That's how this goes, okay? I'm showing you right here. A third proposed rule is called the Crypto Market Structure Amendments. This will amend Exchange Act rules to account for the trading of crypto assets. Are you hearing this? This is what they're doing right here. They're amending existing rules to implement crypto trading practices. Everybody, they're doing it right now. Now, remember, these are rules, not law. They want everything to look like, oh, what's going on? Oh, while they're working away. This is all a all this stuff happening in the world with Iran shit. All this is a distraction, okay? While the news media has you distracted on all kinds of dumb shit, these people here are working on how the future is going to unfold. That's what I choose to look at. I don't give a fuck what's going on TV. What do? I'm watching what Paul Adkins is doing. He's setting up cryptocurrency laws, cryptocurrency rules. I'm watching this very closely. I'm watching exactly what they're doing, okay? This crypto market structure amendments bill, rule change, will amend or change what's called the Exchange Act rules to account for the trading of crypto assets on alternative trading systems and national security exchanges. They just told you right here, they're going to have crypto in national security exchanges. You and me know what crypto platforms they're using, what cryptos they're using. You and me are watching all of this. We know what is going on. I want you to see this. So this is why I'm not concerned. Crypto Hulk, why aren't you burned out? Why aren't you stressed out? Because I'm watching what they're doing right now. This is progress. They're implementing crypto into the trading rules. The current rules on how the SEC works, they're now injecting the word crypto into these things. They're getting it all set up for crypto laws to get passed. They're changing, they're adding to the national securities laws rules, everybody. This Clarities Act will pass because they're already getting our government trading and commodities and all that. They're getting it all set up right now. This is what I'm reading to you. So when I wake up in the morning, it's another day that I'm closer to being rich because of evidence like this that I'm reading to you. That's how I know. I'm showing you right here, man. They're hooking it all up. Now, I wish they'd do it tomorrow, but it's not going to happen. They're doing it at a certain pace. In his statement on the agenda, Paul Atkins says, in quotes, to deliver on President Trump's goal to ensure that the United States is the crypto capital of the world. Oh, my God. We are embracing innovation. We didn't hear this stuff from Biden. Biden and Nancy Pelosi and then Maxine Waters, all these people who was talking about how bad crypto is and unsafe it is. These people weren't trying to make the United States the crypto capital of the world. They're trying to make us the welfare state of the world. To bring more products onshore. Creating the Republicans here want to create clear rules of the road for raising capital with crypto assets and providing clarity as to how market participants can custody and facilitate trading of tokenized securities on chain. They want to ensure strong investor protection guardrails are in place and continuing to pursue bad actors who violate the law. Everybody, what are the Republicans doing with Paul Atkins? What they're doing is they're getting crypto all set up legally as rules and guidelines that will allow Congress to pass a Clarities Act, and all of them will agree because we have strong investor protection guardrails in place. Then the Democrats won't be able to argue it, everybody. That's why I'm reading this right here. This is massive. This is going to make you rich. If you understand what I'm going over today, this is how we get rich. It was reported in April, like a few months ago, that the SEC was ready to propose. The SEC, we learned back in April, the SEC was ready to propose a regulation crypto that would define the agency's approach to regulating the cryptocurrency sector and delineating between transactions that could be securities and those that are not. All right. Now we're going to get into the deep dive. Let me look at the comment section here first, and then I'll get into a deep dive. Make crypto great again. All right, here we go. Here is the Grok explanation. So the SEC plans crypto rules to lure markets onshore. So the SEC is trying to create a rule-based platform and bring all of the Americans and everybody else in the world's companies to America for crypto laws and regulations. That's a pretty aggressive stance, and I like that. Paul Adkins, this is according to Grok. Paul Adkins represents a clear policy pivot towards regulatory clarity, onshoring crypto activity, trying to bring companies that left America, he's trying to bring them back to America. He's trying to integrate tokenized securities with traditional financial market infrastructure. He's trying to bring the old school financial way of doing things into the crypto. This SEC agenda directly supports President Trump's stated goal of making the United States the crypto capital of the world. It emphasizes bringing products onshore, establishing, okay, here's the key right here. They're trying to bring crypto onshore, establish clear rules for capital raising with crypto assets. They want to provide certainty around custody so that nobody gets their crypto stolen, all while maintaining investor protection guardrails and continuing enforcement against bad actors. Everybody, all of that, what I just told you right there, that is going to be how the Democrats will sign off on this, okay? Now, there's something called Project Crypto. The SEC launched it in 2025. It's now a joint SEC CFTC initiative for taxonomy, jurisdictional clarity, and reduced fragmentation. What is taxonomy? Taxonomy are terms, meanings, definitions. What is crypto? What is crypto staking? What is yield farming? What is, just everything crypto? What is tax? That's what taxonomy means. It's the definitions because, like I said, in the United States Code, there's no taxonomy of crypto at all. I've been telling you guys this for 6 years. No other channels even talked about this for 6 years. When I used to work for the Department of Justice, I'm very familiar with the United States Code. So that's why when I got into crypto, I looked at the United States Code. There's nothing in there. There's no definitions. There's no taxonomy. Nobody knows what the fuck anything is. That's why it got me to believe, well, how can they tax it if they don't know what it is? That's a question that no other channel talks about either. Only Crypto Hulk Show. Not a big deal. Now, we know the Genius Act passed last July of 2025. I'm just kind of cherry picking this thing. So the work that Paul Adkins is doing, trying to create new rules, is they change broker-dealer obligations. They facilitate trading on regulated alternate trading systems and national exchanges, and they provide custody clarity. All mechanisms that allow traditional financial institutions, brokers, dealers, and exchanges to engage. What they're trying to do, the SEC and the CFTC, is get crypto and everything related in existing laws. That's what they're trying to do. They're going to try to find They're going to try to identify what makes a crypto a security, what makes a crypto a commodity, what makes crypto a currency, what makes crypto a utility, and other definitions. So that's what we're having. We're having what should have been done when actually Trump was president. When Trump allowed Jay Clayton from the SEC to sue Ripple. So Trump's had his hands in this both ways, okay? I think because now Trump's making billions off this, now all of a sudden he likes crypto. See, before, all these business guys, before, they couldn't make money on crypto, so they don't like it. It's bad. Let's sue them. Let's shut it down. But when the rich guys like Trump and all of his friends get into crypto, now all of a sudden crypto's good, right? That makes sense. But Crypto Hulk, you're saying bad things about President Trump. Okay. So that's what's called Project Crypto, a joint venture between the SEC and the CFTC. Now the Treasury is all involved in this. Them and FinCEN and OFAC, they're all mixed up. President's Working Group. Use case. They're going to have tokenized platforms with real world assets. It's all coming, everybody. They are trying to figure out how to get the old trading mixed with the new, add into the laws the words cryptocurrency. They're trying to make it all fit, okay? That's what's happening right now. You still have time. That's why this crypto is so cheap right now. Now is the time to buy. We're not trying to do a price prediction. Here's what XRP is going to be in a month from now. That shit is so fucking stupid. Okay, what does Grok say? Grok says this is a significant institutional grade catalyst. It's a catalyst for onshoring crypto innovation. A catalyst is when you light something on fire. A catalyst is when you start something big. This, what Paul Atkins is trying to do with the CFTC, this is significant institutional. Are you hearing this? This catalyst is institutional grade. Everybody, that means the millions and trillions are going to come pouring in. I don't know when it's going to happen. Let's be ready. You see, how people get rich in crypto is they don't have to see it going down right now. The people that have ye of little faith, oh, ye of little faith. The problem with the brokies is if they don't see it going down now, they ain't putting money into it. When I first got into crypto, I took 3 months worth of pay and dumped it all into XRP, not worried like, oh, what if I lose 3 months worth of pay? No, I went in and bought that shit like a boss. When I got my gold coins in December of 2024, I maxed out 5 credit cards and bought gold coins, not giving a fuck. I knew gold's going to go up from 2,000 to whatever it is. It hit 53, 54, 5,500. Now it's at 4,200 an ounce. I don't care. Soon it'll be at 10. See, I know gold's then going to hit 10 to 15,000 an ounce. I don't need to see it happening right now because I already know. That's how I roll as Crypto Hulk. I already see what Paul Atkins is trying to do here. He's trying to hook up all the institutions in the world. That's why I buy crypto each week. I don't need to see the prices going up. I already know. I'm not frustrated. I am A-okay with cheap crypto because I read the news every day and I see shit just like this where the institutional grade catalyst is going to happen. The SEC is looking for a way to get all the institutions in on this crypto. I'm looking at this go down like, oh shit, I'm like a year, maybe 2 years ahead of this. Well, then crypto, that would mean you'd have to be in crypto 8 years. Yeah, I'm fine with that. But Crypto Hulk, you think it'll take 2 years from now? I have no fucking idea. You know what? I'm not even concerned. I don't even fucking care. That's how I am. I don't care. That gives me 2 more years to load up on crypto that I want to get. Then, I'm not like the brokey because I'm going to have a whole bunch of I got way more crypto today than I did a year and a half ago. Oh, shit. Then I'm going to be one of those whales when, I don't know, any of these cryptos, Alchemy Pay. When Alchemy Pay goes to $1 or $2, I could walk away with like $1 million. I don't need to wait like the brokies. I don't need to wait till a crypto hits, $500 to make money. I could start selling off at $2. So that's what I'm doing. I'm accumulating. Some of these cryptos, I'm loading up to $1 million. Then when they hit $5, I got $5 million. And if I got 6 cryptos at $1 million, and if each of these 6 cryptos goes to $5, I got $30 million. Oh man, I did it right. While the brokies are like, oh, well, I'm not going to buy any crypto, prices keep dumping. Yeah, and one day when that crypto goes from 3 cents to $5, you're fucking priced out, bitches, because you fucked up. That's how it works. Every day that goes by, I'm accumulating and accumulating and accumulating. Then, when we start seeing the increase in the price, I can start making money right away. All the brokies will have to wait 5 years for the crypto to go from 3 cents to $5. I'll already be there. I got $1 million of a coin. When you have $1 million of a coin, it don't take much. And then when it hits $5, bam, I got $5 million. Why is this news important? I'm going to read the summary here. This is a significant institutional grade catalyst for onshoring crypto innovation and tokenized securities. It prioritizes professional business-to-business market structure, custody, exchanges, alternate trading systems. There you go. The combination of Paul Atkins' leadership, Project Crypto Coordination, the Genius Act, stablecoin framework, and proposed safe harbor exemptions. Listen what it does. It creates clearer pathways for compliant tokenization, real-world asset projects, and on-chain infrastructure. Grok says, overall, this is bullish for projects and platforms focused on tokenized securities. This represents one of the more concrete steps toward a durable United States crypto regulatory framework since the policy shift began. There we go. And let me check some comments here. MEB14's like, he's going to go to my high school reunion and call them all losers. Oh, my God. You know why I would never do something like that. But that's just me. You can do whatever you want. For me, I don't give a shit about people in high school. I mean, I'm 56 years old. I'll be pushing 60 here in 3.5 years or something. But I don't give a shit. Like, who's important in my life is who's important in my life right now. even okay, let's say you're 30 years old, you got out of high school 12 years ago. I mean, if you really, I mean, maybe it's important to you, but for me, it's like, I just don't care I don't have anything to prove. The only thing I do is I prove to myself or my family things. I work out to prove to myself, like everything I do, I'm trying to make myself better. Like other people they don't come into my equation, right? Like I do shit in my life because I want to live a life where I say, I never want to, well, I coulda, shoulda done that. Man, if I wish I would have just done that. No, I don't live a life like that. I do shit that I think I need to do. And sometimes I've done stuff that is not good, but you learn from that. So in a way, it makes me who I am now. All my success, all my failure makes me who I am now. All the mistakes that I kept continually making, then finally I'm like, okay, I'm going to change my life. That made you who you are today. Every day you watch Crypto Hulk show. K-Ray, never been to a high school reunion class of 1989. I mean, stuff that I've done in my life that's a failure has taught me things. And then I can use those lessons, then teach other people. The reason I am who I am today was because all of my success and all of my failure. And then I make a decision each day. It depends on how you look at life. Like when I get up, I'm like, I want to find crypto news that keeps me going. I want to see what we're seeing right here. The United States SEC is attempting to inject crypto into the existing framework of trading that they have. And if they can't inject it, they're going to add a rule, but they're not going to want to add a lot of rules. They're going to try to take the crypto technology that we have, put it into the SEC. And if they have to make different rules, they will, but they're just going to try to inject it in there to make it simple. What I do each day, I want to see the progress they're making. Every day I find the crypto news, I'm like, that's more progress. Keep going. Next day, keep going. Under Biden, we had 4 years. Gary Gensler, we were to say we had 4 years of this. They literally shut the shit down for 4 years. Gary Gensler could not tell us what anything was. It was brilliant. For 4 years, he just stopped everything, and he was giggling. And, well, it's very clear that Howey Test, that's all he did for 4 years. He was hired to stall everything, to sue crypto companies, to shut it all down for 4 years. So with that, I'm out of here. I'll see you all in the next one. If I do another show today, it'll be for the Patreon group. But I think YouTube will be done for today. And I'm going to let this show go down to the lower levels after this. I'll see you all in the next one.